I couldn't have asked for anything better than the Miami Ole Miss game to kick everything off, because I'll tell you what, they both played great, I thought.
It lived up to it, man. And this is kind of what, when we talked about in the preview of it, Trevor, was that, we were wondering, what side of Miami are we going to see? Are they going to continue to break the trends that they've kind of been doing? Yeah. Where they're not afraid to push the envelope when they need to. And there was a time, throughout the game, I think it was in the third quarter, they were leading, they were playing well, but then they had a couple of drives that just stalled out, and you got to give credit to the Ole Miss defense there.
Absolutely, you got to.
But then when they get into that shootout, which is in the preview, we said if Ole Miss wants to win this game, they have to hope it's a shootout. Well, Miami then took that level up, and they're like, okay, we'll play with you.
Challenge accepted. Let's go.
That's where I thought anyway, when if Ole Miss is going to win this game, get in a shootout, and you force Miami to have to score and back to throw it, and to beat you that way. And that last drive or two from Beck was just impeccable.
Things that most Miami fans will never forget.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially if they're able to pull it off against Indiana like that. Yeah. Those last two drives against Ole Miss will go down as probably the two most important drives.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it left some Georgia fans butt hurt, because they're like, what the how did he do it here? Why not with us?
Well, I have a theory on that, and there's a couple other people that I've listened to talk about the same thing, is that Georgia hamstrung him. They made him be a pocket passer, when in all actuality, you can see he's more comfortable rolling out, and
he does like moving.
He likes moving the pocket, and when need be, he's given the freedom, he uses his legs, and he's actually a little bit more athletic than I gave him credit for.
Yeah, I agree. It was good watching him out there. But when you look at this game, it started off strong for Miami. And Chambliss, I mean, on the Ole Miss side, he had a really good game. They battled back. They were down, but they kept going. They did not, wither away. And they allowed themselves to play into this battle. And really, it was when the fourth quarter took off, because it was tight game through the third, and the third, really nobody was scoring. They had a couple missed kicks hitting off the post, and I think it was like 2 or 3 doinks in a row. One went in, but this fourth quarter, Trevor, was just back and forth. I think it was like 4 lead changes in the fourth quarter. I'd have to double check that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 4.
And when you look at the ESPN's win probability chart, this thing is going up and down.
Oh, yeah, it's just going everywhere.
Just incredible. And Lacey was injured for Ole Miss. But
he still had 104. He had like 104 yards or something like that.
And that's the grit that you want to see from these guys fighting it out. They know how important these games are. Stribling had a good game for Ole Miss, and they were moving the ball. They were still getting after it. And we were curious how they would do that against this strong defense in Miami. That's really shut everybody else down in the playoffs.
And straight up, Miami, the veterans showed up. Marion, the number 0, showed out.
What a game from him.
My goodness. And Fletcher did what Fletcher does, and just run through people for 22 carries, 133 yards. Like, he didn't get any touchdowns, but man, you knew that he was on the field.
Oh, yes.
He made his impact for sure. Chambliss, honestly, not a bad game. Not extraordinary, I thought, but still not a bad game.
No.
And I think he still did himself well for the upcoming NFL draft, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're sidebar on that. They are challenging. Ole Miss is challenging his waiver denial from the NCAA, because he's trying to get that one more year.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to happen, but
they denied it once. I don't know what evidence or
they're going for an appeals process. I don't know enough about that. So if you guys let us know. I'd like to hear.
Shoot it in the chat if you know the appeals process, because I do not.
I just haven't fucking dug into it yet. Forgive me, The 3 kids are already pulling my goddamn ears and everything else. But no, just let us know. We're interested. And honestly, to me, if he gets back, if he is given that next year, to me, he's like the number 1 Heisman, guy going into next year.
Especially if he can build off of what they're doing this year, 100%.
Absolutely. And I mean, we'll talk more about that in the offseason, and we'll give you an update once we find out what's happening with him. But yeah, I agree. He had a good game. He really did. There was a couple of misses when he was getting pressured, but I mean that's to be expected. He did roll out a lot. He did get some look on the ground, but it really wasn't. It wasn't too much. There was a lot of scrambles and just trying to get away from these defensive ends for Miami.
And that's the thing is the offensive line didn't give him a ton of time back there. To be perfectly honest, he had moments where he definitely had moments where he had some time, but
yeah. And again, he had 277 yards, 1 touchdown, and back on the other side, the one pick was off a tip ball, over the middle. Yeah. While they were in scoring position, like they kept driving down, and then stuff would happen, a missed field goal, the turnover like that, and that's where when you looked at this game, you're like, okay, Miami's they're going to start trying to put this thing away.
Oh yeah,
but then these little stands would happen, and that's the things that you need for Ole Miss to stay in this. I think we said it was like a C+B type game for Miami, and they still were able to win. If they put a A+ type game against Indiana, this thing is going to be a battle down to the last second.
Yeah. See,
I don't know, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I understand. I definitely hear you, and I definitely agree. I want look. So talking, looking forward, I honestly think this Miami defense is going to be unlike anything Indiana's seen all year, hands down. They're the most aggressive. They are the most violent defense in college football, hands down.
They hit, dude.
They're just they make you pay for it if you're going across the middle. You try to run up the gut, you're going to pay for it by the linebackers and D linemen. But honestly, Brendan, I don't know how you feel about it, but I think this is one of the more resilient teams in college football right now. Like they just deal with it and just keep on going.
Yeah, and that's
whatever happens during the game.
That's why it's so baffling to me how they lost those games in the season.
Yeah,
because what you're seeing in the playoff is another gear that even Mario Cristobal's in right now.
Yep.
He looks like a different person.
Dude,
than
he
what
looks
I remember.
Angry constantly.
He was pissed on stage. Sorry, I'm knocking my mic over. He was pissed on stage because he wouldn't let more of their players on the stage to celebrate. The woman wouldn't stop talking from the bowl trophy ceremony, and he's like looking at her like, "You need to shut your mouth right now. I need to go prepare for the national title." And he's just got that look, man.
He's ready for it. He's got the whole team's hungry. Yes. That whole team is hungry. Not saying that Indiana's not, because we'll talk about them here in a second.
We'll talk about them soon, yeah.
But yeah, I think this Miami team is something special. And we said it before the playoffs. If Miami, before the playoffs was set, we said that Miami was probably the most dangerous team if they get in.
Yeah.
Because of where they would fall, where the seating would be, and everything like that. And turns out, I didn't realize how right we would be. Yeah. But they came in and they were just wrecking people.
I felt them beating Texas A&M. I thought that they would contend with Ohio State. I didn't think they'd win it necessarily, just because Ohio State's offense had been clicking. But they hadn't run into this type of this defense yet.
Yeah, no.
Maybe Texas was the closest thing, during the season.
Yeah, that D coordinator is going to be a hot commodity this offseason, I feel like. I think their D coordinator is.
And remember, he came down. We said this in our season previews, that this side of the ball for Miami is crucial to them taking that next step. And look what they did when they went out and got the top 5 defensive coordinator from Minnesota and brought him down. And look at what he's done for this team. And he's just elevated the talent that's on this roster.
Absolutely.
So what they were able to do and shut down, Ole Miss in the end when they were trying to make that final push, the offense, you got to give credit to Miami as well. Carson Beck, I mean, he did what they needed him to do.
Yeah.
They brought him in for this reason. In Miami,
I heard what's his name? Todd McShay said he's the best quarterback in the country at going through a full progression in one single play, where you can literally watch him in a play. He'll go from left to right and not be concerned about the D line. He trusts his offensive line a lot.
He does. And they're maulers too.
Yeah.
And you can tell that by your average, rushing from your main carrier.
Yeah.
He's getting 6 yards of carry.
Mhm.
It's Fletcher too, but a lot of this is the O-line.
The O
Like
line is
Fletcher's a
epic.
good back. He's strong. He'll run you over. I don't think he's got that breakaway, like bust you speed like Justice Haynes does.
I would agree with that.
But when I see him running, they're getting yardage. The O line's pushing 2-3
Mhm.
yards past already. So now you're getting into that second level as a running back, and
And
he makes good cuts.
absolutely 100%. Like Fletcher is one of those backs you want on your team.
Yeah,
For sure.
So I really like this game. This was a classic. It's one of the another just great semifinal game in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see
I do want to say one thing about Ole Miss real quick, in that
Sure.
I commend them for doing what they were able to do under the circumstances in which they were under.
Absolutely.
Like absolutely impressive all the way across the board, that everybody was on the same page.
Yeah.
And everybody was moving in the same direction. There wasn't bickering, there wasn't infighting from what I could tell. Like I thought that whole organization, that whole program from Pete Golding on down, I thought they all handled it with about as much class as you can handle it.
Yeah, I mean Weiss, staying around and being their coordinator, their offensive coordinator, and doing what he did too. I raise a glass to you guys. Seriously, that impressive for Ole Miss.
Absolutely.
From what we saw.